What is up? What is good? We got a lovely lineup tonight. Man, I promise you don't want to miss this.
Here to bring you the facts, data, and statistics up close and personal. Letting you decide if it truly is hate or debate.
Pulls up three-pointer. Bang! Bang! It's good! Wins the game at the buzzer! Oh my God! They know that! Are you kidding me?
What's good, everybody? I don't know about y'all, but man, they can see by the thumbnail. I lost, but I won. I didn't see what I wanted to see on any game that I watched this weekend. But before we go into all of those wild weekend things, all of this crazy stuff that we got going on, I want to say what's up to my brothers. Young Black, how you doing in the building, man?
Yo, bro, what's good, B? How y'all boys doing today? Tonight,
Good.
after that epic Sunday we just seen yesterday. But I told you before we get on here, don't come on here with that bullshit today. You come on in when we get off air.
You know,
Don't come on
first
with
of all,
that
Wait
bullshit today.
a minute. Let's not jump the gun. It's been, a couple of days. What's good with you, Mister?
Yeah,
Hit
you're
'em
right.
with
We got a couple more days, and then you can come with the bull.
well,
But
you
right now,
know,
you still got one more game to play.
first of all, man, listen, man, I just want to say, good evening to you, gentlemen. Nice to see you once again. Mr. MVP, Mr. Young Black. You know what I'm saying?
How you
And
doing,
Mr.
sir?
Hit him with that. Yo, what's goody? What's goody, fellas, man? How y'all doing tonight, man?
and we good,
We
man. And
good. How you,
since
big
we in
dog?
the neighborhood, we got one more in here, man.
Yeah.
Oh
Here
man,
we
it's a
go.
four-way. We
Ah,
got GT in the building.
welcome,
What's
welcome.
good, T?
The
Thank
first
you, thank you,
ever,
thank you.
the first ever fatal four-way tonight, man. But like I was saying, y'all, we had some crazy football games this past weekend. All kinds of
Not what I was
predictables was
expecting.
predicted and unpredictables.
It was
I
what
bet
I
you.
expected.
No, I was going to say this. How many of us can agree that we did expect one thing and it did happen? Hands in the air.
Kansas City?
I wasn't even going to say nothing.
Oh, hold up.
I'm
Not
trying to
all
figure
of
out
us.
where the mysterious because the flag now. I know
No,
I got
hold up,
eyes.
hold up.
I know a
Not,
flag popped out.
Let him cook,
Where?
yeah.
y'all. Let him cook.
Hey, hold up. Not all of us expected Kansas City. Not all of us. Majority of us, but we will dive in that a little bit more here shortly, man. I don't want to call anybody out black,
Was
but
it?
anyway.
Wait, I'm asking because I didn't. Wait, I'm asking because I was going to ask you because I didn't know who it was. I know I wanted, and I thought they was going down, but I thought it was going to be a little bit of hope, and it wasn't going to do that. And then I went ahead. You know what I mean? I was on a different level. I admit I was on a different level when I went to bed. I woke up, I was like, Josh got this daytime. I woke up and I watched those highlights on the way to work. It's real dangerous. Y'all don't try that. I watched, as I was watching, I was like, I can't believe this. Deer, right there. Yep, let me hold it on straight in the row. I'll watch this later on. Take that long mile of work, walking up to the door. I'm seeing all of this. I'm like, oh my God. Oh my God. This is in the open. Now, the one thing that I did see was the interception that was ruled a catch. There was two ways that you can go about that if you watch football. And that's either a drop or that's an interception. There was no way that was a reception for them, man.
It should
We
not
can
have
go
been
around the
because you
room
could see the
whichever way
ball
y'all
hit.
want to go. That's mine on that right there. And you know what I mean? T, you can go ahead next with it. You ladies first.
My
Go ahead
issue,
next.
it ain't even the interception of the catch. My issue is that last 4th and 1. You can't tell me he didn't get that first down. And then you got one ref on one side wanting to place the ball on the other side. And the other sideline ref, he either like right before or right at it. You can't tell me he didn't push through and got that first down, but y'all gonna place the ball back before the quote unquote line where the first down hash marker is. I'm sorry. I don't play football. I love the game, but that to me was like I'm like that was a little questionable because the Bills should have had another set of downs which would have allowed Josh to either move them up enough to where they could get in field goal range, and then because that defense was holding them. They held them to 3 and out right before that.
They was biting. I can't lie.
That's just my take.
They came the ball. Black, what you saw? Talk about it. You know me. I was going for the Buffalo Bills. The Buffalo Bills, man. I can't say that no more this year.
Right, hey, Blind Fury Ray Charles could have seen that.
My cousin could have seen that. He can't see enough anyway either.
Bro,
what about the other ones that you seen out there, Black?
Y'all still there?
Yeah,
we was waiting on you.
Oh, y'all froze to me. I ain't know what y'all got going on.
Nah, what did you think about the other calls or whatever on there? You know what I mean? Because it was just that
man,
one.
Honestly, man, once when what T said, once they gave him that they pushed that ball back on that 4th down. Yeah, like you said, that was a blatant first down. How one ref gonna say it wasn't, and the other ref gonna say it was, and then you gonna go to the replay. The replay clearly showed you it was a first down. So after I seen that, I said, "Oh man, I ain't even gonna watch no more of that." Cause there you go, prime example right there. They cheating for him for the 50 millionth time. You know what I'm saying? So I just cut it off. But I did, like I said, my homeboy came over yesterday. I said, listen, whoever got the ball last is gonna go down to the wire. Whoever gonna win, they're gonna win by 3. It's gonna be a field goal. And exactly what it was. A field goal. I didn't know that much about the whole game. I wanted the Bills to lose. Somebody right. I was the only one said the Bills was gonna win.
So that's where that came from. Cause we was the Buffalo Bills all year now.
Man,
they look different.
Man,
that's why we couldn't say the Buffalo Bills. We had the Buffalo Bills, man. The Buffalo. Where you was at, man? You wasn't with us. But you did. You
I can't hear you.
You did your thing. I'm sorry, man. You check and see if it's your connection. Bug.
Yeah.
Outside of that call, what other ones bothered you that you saw out there?
Well, all right. So, I mean, I definitely agree with everybody's points as far as what they was making. You know what I'm saying? You could go down to the 4th down. You could talk about the catch or the incomplete pass. But that game was, you know what I'm saying? It was kind of called down the middle because it was some missed calls too on the other side. Because when Josh did the dive over the pile and he fumbled and they called the ball down, you know what I'm saying? That was a game-changing, moment too. You know what I'm saying? And then, so the refs, for when I was watching that game, the refs did a poor job on both sides. It wasn't like one side was, you know what I mean, got cheated out of more calls than the other side. The refs they called, you know what I'm saying? They missed a lot of calls in that game, but it was consistent. I can say it was consistent.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, man, it came down even the last play of the game. I didn't like how that play didn't look good to me as far as Josh doing it. Like I wish he would have went to had a better read. Like you should have had automatically. You should have had one go-to guy that you couldn't get. Like that should have been your first read, and then you could have went to your other read. So when you seen the blitz, it should have been like, yo, all right, let me get it to this guy. If it was up to me, I would have probably took a shot with Mac Hollins because Mac was the one that was kind of consistent as far as from that receiving core last night.
Yep.
I got you. Go ahead, cook. I just had to switch the I had to get the TV right. It was about to cut off on me. I got you.
Nah, you good. You good. What you think about that, T?
I think the last couple of plays that I don't know if Josh was getting nervous, if the receivers and if that offensive line just wasn't they got checked out. I think they got discouraged after those last couple of drives because passes that should have been caught were getting dropped,
Yeah.
and it was like, y'all, what are y'all doing? Y'all been driving down. Y'all been driving deep. Buffalo's defense saved them a lot of that game.
This is true. This is
Their
true.
defense saved them a lot of that game because the fact that they were able to hold them multiple times to 3 and out, and they saved them. That game compared to the other game from earlier today, that game could have ran away. It could have ran away, and it didn't.
Yeah.
That defense held them. So a lot of that is Josh is on Josh because you can read the field. I think reading the field is a skill.
Yeah.
You can pass. You can throw a bomb. If you have an arm, you can throw a bomb 40 yards downfield. If you got a good running back, or even a good fullback, tight end, or somebody that can play that nickel. If you got a good somebody who got some size and can run, you can find some running plays. But you got to be able to read that field and read that defense because what may look like a blitz may not be a blitz, and it's going to come at you. You got to be able to think quick on your feet. And if you can't run and figure out where your guys are and kind of have them know how to say, okay, they see what the plays and kind of switch up and you got to have a couple of different plays, especially when you're in that type of setting, championship games. So it's like, and part of that is on Josh. Some of that is on, the offensive coordinator, but a lot of that is on receivers because they had like as it got later in the game, they was having butterfingers.
Yeah.
Let me ask y'all this.
Go ahead, P.
Let me ask y'all this. Who did Baltimore lose to?
Buffalo.
Yeah.
All right. Now, when they lost to them, it was Lamar can't do this. Lamar can't do that. Lamar did everything like we said. He didn't drop that pass that could have sent them into overtime. Every mistake.
Flowers dropped that, right?
Mark Andrews, ain't it?
Andrews dropped that. Yeah. Oh, that 2-point conversion. Yeah.
Right. That erased every sin of all game. And that drive came from Lamar doing what he was supposed to do and what they said he couldn't do as a quarterback, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, they lost that game. Everybody saw it was Mark Andrews. Everybody saw what it was all week, Lamar. They already forgot about Josh Allen lost that game, and it was the same way. It was drop passes. The man did what he had to do.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? But it's going to be, why is that play different when, come on, man, this was right there on the line and nobody said what they're going to say about Josh Allen. You already see what they're saying. Next year, he'll be able to do better. They got looking at a great team. He played great football. Nobody said that about Lamar when it was one pass that was dropped. If you put it all on the line,
he got a great team now. Like you got Keon Cole. You had a good squad. He's had multiple good squads. Like I said before, the AFC Championship for Josh Allen is like what the Super Bowl was for Jim Kelly. Ooh. You can get there multiple times, but he can't get. It was like same way. Remember when Steve Young had to keep going, and when he finally got that Super Bowl, he got that monkey off his back. That is until he can get past that AFC Championship. I don't care how much Kelly went to 4 Super Bowls back to back. They had great teams. He couldn't get that Super Bowl. He could not do it. So AFC Championship, Buffalo's been back to back. How many times? And they can't get it done.
Just like back in the days, man.
I wanna throw a couple little pieces on that too, man.
Cook Boogie.
You right about that, Pete, man. They don't give Josh the same slander that they give Lamar, and that's not fair. and I don't know, I really don't want to dive in and make it about race, you know what I mean? But they do kind of push the narrative a little bit, you know what I'm saying? And it seems that it's driven that way. But let's talk about Buffalo a little bit. Like, first of all, Amari Cooper, where was Amari Cooper? Amari Cooper used to be a number one receiver in this league.
That's
I
right.
thought him going over there to Buffalo that was going to be like a sure way to, you know what I'm saying, to kind of give a, you know what I'm saying, a middle finger to Stephon Diggs. Like, all right, we did it. We carried it all the way to this point without you, Stephon. And now we went and got a guy, you know what I'm saying,
I'm
that's a
sitting
little
where
bit
they got
more
him.
quiet, a little bit more humble, you know what I'm saying? But Amari Cooper did not show up at all the whole playoffs.
He was
Not just
he,
that game, the whole playoffs.
You can
And
say the last 6 games, man. Really, to
yeah,
be
so
honest, you know what I
I
mean?
don't
True.
know. Yeah, I don't know if it was injury. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what it was, but it was not a good look. The second part to this that I want to talk about is Buffalo got away what was really helpful for what was helpful to them in that game. And that's handing that ball off to Cook. Let Cook cook. Yo, Cook was
Let
having
him
a
cook.
great game, bro.
Let him
He was
cook,
having a
Ralph.
great game.
Let him cook. I said.
So, like,
yeah.
I don't know why you deviate from that. Because honestly, that's what you should have had on that last play. If you have Cook in the black backfield and you sprout him out to the other side, because the blitz only came on that one side. So if you'd have had Cook on the other side, you throw the ball in the flat, really, you would have gashed that defense. You would have gashed them. You would have got the first down, you would have gashed them.
And they
So
was
that was
tired.
as T said in her point, that was poor by the offensive coordinator. And like I say, and we got to give some pushback on Josh. Josh, you quote unquote can arguably, you know what I'm saying, the jury's still out, but you might be the MVP of this year. And that was not an MVP moment. That's not how, if you're going to go out on your shield, right? Go out on your shield. Because guess what? When Lamar lost, Lamar went out on his shield. Lamar did absolute everything that he can possibly do in that game.
He was he was the
He drove
definition.
him. Look, he drove him down the field. He scored the touchdown, and in the 2-point conversion, he made the right play. There's nothing. That's what you want to ask for of your franchise guy.
Mm-hmm.
He's the definition of leave it all out there on the field. He
Yeah,
did. It he couldn't have done or played a better game outside of the fumble and the other turnover. He couldn't have played a better game, but that's what woke him up. Hey man, they about to be telling me I'm like last year. No, I'm not going with that. They about to be telling me I'm not going with that. I'm about to write my story. He wrote his
Mm-hmm.
story and they talked trash about him all week. You remember the last time we was on and I was yelling about it, man. You know I get to PDA Smith real quick. It's
yeah,
not fair. And like I said, it's what is it? Monday today. Yesterday was the game. It's already died down about come on, man. It's not Josh Allen's fault, basically. And like you said, we don't get into the colors of these things. We get into the real dynamic of football.
yeah,
These guys are up for MVP, but you're going to quiet that down. But look at all of the drop passes. If you look at those, and that's the reason, outside of if we're saying, you know what I mean, the referees, you're looking at the drop passes. There was one that we can say. There was one that we can say, and it wasn't one like the last drop where old boy had to dive. That means your accuracy was off.
yeah,
Am I lying?
Mm-hmm.
If your accuracy's on, he can catch it in stride. Are y'all with me,
And
right?
yeah,
keep it moving. He had a few
yeah,
overthrown balls
So
that he had to reach for.
the last pass that we saw from Lamar was what? This man caught it in a basket. You know how easy, like Boogie said on his take, you know how easy it is to catch a basket catch at that.
What they say when you learn to shoot center mass, it hits center mass. That's the first thing you learn.
For
Cinemax.
Yeah,
real.
It was
yeah,
dead Cinemax, and he dropped
yeah,
it.
If he
yeah,
would have threw that any other way, old boy would have had to contort his way where he would have dropped it, or it could have been intercepted because the lane was still tight around him. He threw it where his back was protected. They couldn't reach around him, and all he had to do, like Boogie said, he was falling with it. That don't
yeah.
take no legs.
All he had to do was catch it, keep his feet, and just let it fall because both your feet was already inbound. He was already at the corner of the
You was
pylon
in
anyway.
there. You
Yeah,
was in
yeah,
there. You was in
yeah,
there. You was
yeah.
in there, man. All right, man. So we got that game out of the way, man. Before we go into any more, man, let's talk about some of these coaches that's done well, these defensive and offensive coordinators that have landed jobs these last couple of days, man.
That was one of my questions that I wanted to ask y'all. So,
Oh,
like,
Okay, well, go ahead. Matter of fact, go ahead. You ask the
like,
question. We'll let
my
you lead
question
this one.
is, so, like, what y'all think about these new coaching acquisitions? More specifically,
I know where you're
one
going.
one has got me absolutely baffled, dumbfounded, and just I'm ADHD. I got a lot of things going on up here that don't always work, but I'm a little bit confused.
Talk to him, T.
What the heck is Jerry Jones thinking? Like, with,
What is he
with this,
thinking?
okay, we know he ain't thinking. Who is babysitting the man? Because
Go ahead,
I'm
Pete.
like,
Pete, if you
what
want to
you
answer that first.
You said what was the
where
question
is this
again?
man
What was
from?
the question one more time? One more time. What was the
Okay,
question again?
okay. What do we think about these coaching hires, these new coaching acquisitions, but more specifically, the Dallas hire?
Mm-hmm.
Like, who is
Schottenheimer.
babysitting? Who is babysitting Jerry Jones?
I'm gonna say this because he said happily a career assistant coach has become a head coach.
If that's the case, get Brian. Why you
End
ain't
quote.
called Brian Flores? And let him have the job. 'Cause
You know why?
I know why, but we ain't gonna talk about why.
And no, I'm gonna talk about it in my take. Look, what they say, Boogie early.
I'm,
Yo,
yeah, I'm just, hmm, I'm here so I don't get
Jerry
fined.
Jones needs a coach.
Hey,
Jerry
Marcel.
Jones needs a coach where he can steal Jerry.
Yes,
Exactly.
If
yes,
Jerry
yes.
Exactly.
Go
can't
ahead,
Jerry
Pete.
around that coach, he's not going to be involved with him. He don't want nothing to do with him. And I'm sad Mike McCarthy took that for what he did all that time. And he's still with that man. Y'all think about it now. This man in charge of the draft picks. Here, you take what I drafted. He made something work with it. But when it wasn't enough, he's in the hot seat. When everybody in
Hmm.
America is watching America's team, I say that when I pop my bill on my hat, because I don't play that over here. I want them to destroy that team. I want him to keep up doing what he's doing. And I know what made him do that. I'm sorry for the soliloquy. He is a 49ers fan at heart. And he's going to do everything to make sure before he dies, we get number 6 before Dallas Cowboys do. That's my answer to you, T. That's what he was thinking about. He thinking about that red and gold.
You thinking somebody is he need a babysitter?
Yeah.
Boogie. Oh, you, Boogie.
Listen, hey, T, I'm right with you. He needs something, babysitter, uh, some nursing kit, whatever. But let me jump into this, right? I mean, I'm looking as I'm watching this unveil today. I see the Schottenheimer name, and his dad, Marty Schottenheimer, was a good coach in this league. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Some odd years ago. But I'm looking, and he's like, "Yeah, you give the offensive coordinator the head coach job." Which, if you look at it over the last 2 years, the offense was it
Didn't
was
move.
all right at best. I'm like, if you really was going to give an offensive coordinator the job, why not be patient until after the Super Bowl and give it to Kellen Moore? Kellen Moore had got the most out of Dak. When Kellen Moore was the offensive coordinator, he actually got good production out of Dak Prescott.
I gotta
Here's
read the
the
book.
reason. Here's the reason of why you paid Dak Prescott the money.
I got an answer
So
for
that's
that.
and guess what? You could have still did the same thing that you about to do to this guy. You could have did that to Kellen Moore as well. That is
You know,
my
he said,
take on it. So I'm so confused. Yeah, he would. He still would have did. He still could have did the puppet master thing to Kellen Moore too.
I don't know. I think that's why he got Kellen out of it because I think Kellen was starting to get hip to the game and when that same reason everybody else has jumped ship. Once they got hip to realizing they are really not running that team,
Yeah,
it ain't but so you can only be a puppet master for so long before you got to get a new puppet.
yeah. Facts.
And look, and you can
Facts.
only be a puppet for so long before you be like, yo,
I want
get
these
these
strangers.
out of here.
Yeah,
I don't need these.
Mm-hmm.
I
yeah.
don't need. Then look at the face of this. All right, now I got another one for y'all. We're gonna go with because it was interesting in this. Tom Brady was in on the hiring of Pete Carroll in Vegas. Does that say Shedeur is still coming there because Brady had to do with the hiring? Now, I will say this. They say what? Pete Carroll is a defensive coach.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to bring back his whole old team and everything. They was criticizing it. But I see what Russell Westbrook did under Pete Carroll as great. And if you bring Shedeur under that with those same coaches, Russ is still balling right now. He needs some things
I
catered
think
to
so.
him. He needs some things catered to him, you know. He's not the best, but he's still balling now. This is years after the glory and all. But you get a Shedeur with Pete Carroll, he's gonna have his defense. He's gonna make sure his line is good. Remember, Russell was a short dude all the time.
Yeah.
He kept him protected.
True. And you know what else about that? And I
Go
think
ahead.
a lot of people who, if they're not really, okay, sorry, I got sidetracked by USC. Hold on. But a lot of people, I think, if unless they really in tune, realize that a lot of people realize Brady and Shador got a relationship. Brady
Yeah.
been
Mm.
around Shador.
Yes.
Dion and Brady, they real good friends. So he been around Shador a long time, helping him, calling him. So
Gave him the
as
first
far as
deal. He
development
gave him the first
standpoint
deal.
from the quarterback stand, and if you go back to Shador's press conference a couple of days ago when somebody asked a question about his dad, and he was like, "What? How is that a bad thing? You know, if a parent wants to, my dad wants to be involved and wants to help me and be there. You know what I'm saying? As a woman, you know, who had her father in her life, and I'm so blessed and thankful, and my children have their father in their life.
Right.
Fathers need to be present regardless. So if they're
Facts.
there and they can help you, you take what you can and run with it. So Shador has his daddy, who not only is he a good coach, he played not one but two sports at the same time. He played in this league. He know what this league is about. He played offensive defense, so he know how this league run, how it works. Brady is a master negotiator. Brady did something because Belichick was the coach, but Brady ran that team in New England.
Yep.
Once he really got the reins from Drew. Once Drew went down and he had to take the reins, that was it.
Hey, TC, would you
So
agree with me on this? That's the
I think he's
reason
going.
that Kyle didn't get him. Remember, he wanted to come. He's San Francisco native. That's the reason because Brady don't need him, and Kyle is all about him and what he does. You could be a
Mm-hmm.
great player on our team. Look at Kittle. He breaks records with being underused every single year and still going to the
Mm-hmm.
Hall of Fame. If he
No,
was on
yeah.
any other team, he'd
I
at
put
least
Kittle
get
over. I
100
put Kittle over
passes every
Kelsey any
year.
day.
He'd get 100 passes every year. We know that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But
So I think Shador going to Vegas.
I do too. And like I said, with Brady calling that and getting him there, remember he gave him that first NIL deal?
Sure did.
He showed him that pocket presence. Even though that man never had a pocket in Colorado, he
And
still
he
was
still
calm
held
and
on to the ball
delivered
too daggone long. I need him to release
and
that daggone
delivered.
ball.
Yeah, he look. getting hitting all that. He delivered.
Mm-hmm.
Boogie, go ahead from there, Boog.
Well, see, that's the thing. Like, yeah, like y'all definitely made some valid points. Look, T took the words out of my mouth. I couldn't have said it better. And you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, like it's definitely on record that Shador has worked with Tom Brady as far as that's why if you watch Shador's game, it's a lot like Tom's. You get the ball out
Mm-hmm.
quick. You get the ball out quick. You get the ball out quick. Get the ball out quick. So Shador is definitely NFL ready. The other thing that happened as well is Shador was having conversations with their the owner. Man, what's the son of Al? Al's son. I can't think of his name right now, but Al's son that is the owner, Mark Davis. Mark Davis. Thank you.
There you
So
go.
it's been seen that they had conversations. You know what I mean? Because Shador was at a couple basketball games of the Las Vegas Aces.
You brought
And
that up.
yeah, you can see them, you know what I'm saying, kind of talking and this, that, and third. Another thing about Shador is just like his father.
Yeah,
Shador likes bright lights and he likes shiny things.
sure
And
does.
where
Mm-hmm.
else to go besides Las
But
Vegas,
Vegas.
where it's a lot of lights and it's a lot of shiny things out there for him. You know
Yep.
what I mean?
And
And they're
remember,
And
gonna
I
put
think
Derek Carr on the back burner.
and
facts.
remember on the quick side, the other two teams that we said it would be Dallas or New York.
Yeah.
He ain't let
So
them go to Dallas.
yeah,
Right,
and I don't
right.
think,
He
and
didn't. You know what I
honestly,
mean?
yeah, no, and
And they couldn't
that's
get him
facts. And those were the three landing spots that we're talking about. And
hypothetically.
honestly, yeah, and I don't think he wants to go to New York because New York doesn't have an identity right now. New York is known as a losing team. I'm a New York Giants fan. They are a losing organization. Anytime that you have generational talents such as a Saquon Barkley and you let him walk out to not if you gonna let Saquon leave, you send Saquon to the West Coast
Yeah.
where you ain't gonna have to deal with it as much. You know what I mean?
You send him to the
But you
same
don't
daggone conference.
you don't let him go to division rival. That's just ass backwards. But another part I want to bring up too is Pete. Pete is he as well as a defensive mind. He's an offensive mind too, because Pete made a decision when he first got to Seattle. They had signed the guy Matt Flynn. They gave Matt Flynn the bag. He had came from Green Bay Packers. They gave him a bag because they thought he had a good year because Brett Favre had got hurt. He stepped in. Blah blah blah. The rest is history. But then they drafted. No, Aaron Rodgers got hurt. Excuse me. Aaron Rodgers had got hurt. But they had drafted Russell Wilson. And Pete set the dude that they paid all the money to, set him on the bench and put the rookie in, Russell Wilson, and roll with Russ. And within the first 4 years, Russ went to the Super Bowl twice.
Yep.
Of
Mm-hmm.
course they had that defense over there, the Legion of Boom. You know what I'm saying? One of the greatest defenses in the NFLs of all time. You know what I mean? You could put them up there in the top 5, you know what I'm saying? At least
Mm-hmm.
top 10. But so I like the hire of Pete Carroll. The only thing I get a little worried about is Pete's a little up in age. And just seeing how he kind of relates to these younger guys right now. You know what I mean?
The way
Because
the
I think
league is changing.
yeah, because I think the problem with him over there in Seattle when he left Seattle, like I think his voice got kind of stale after a while.
Okay. Well,
Yeah,
shit.
so
Give me just 1 second, man. Let me pay these bills real quick, man. I won't like to run it down. You already know what time it is, man. Shout out to Planet Vapor for all your vaping needs. Y'all can hit them up. 12 different locations in this lovely state of South Carolina. If you can't reach them at any of those 12 different locations, you can always hit them up online at www.planet.vapor.com. Y'all run me down one way.
man, shout out to Fury Bro Studios, man. Shout out to Blind Fury for all your studio needs, man. All your studio recordings, production, beats, man. Even if you need help, you know what I mean, on collaborations with finishing up your song, man. Yo, Blind Fury is a legend, not only in South Carolina, but on 106 in Park and in the battle era, man.
You already know what time it is. And also a shout out to our final, but not final, sponsor. Rock Bottom at Rock Bottom Studios, man. Y'all go ahead and check them out. They had their grand opening last weekend. Check the link. I'll make sure I put those down there so y'all can check those out, man. It was a lovely event, man. Artists were drawing live out there, man. Things were going down, man. We were going to get the podcast set up. We didn't do it. But it's okay. We also have a great location with them. It's a blue room instead of a green room. What's that feel
I'm
like?
gonna
We'll feel
have to look at Rock Bottom Studios. I got a little artist myself, so I'm gonna have to check them out too.
it. Remember I
Yeah,
told you. Remember I
definitely
told
something.
you.
Mhm.
That's who I was talking about. That is definitely
Yeah,
who I was talking about.
my 21-year-old, she's an artist. She's at Full
Oh
Sail
man,
University. So yeah,
and it's closer to
yeah.
your side of town too. It's closer to your
Oh,
side.
okay.
Yes,
We
I
gonna have
think
to
it's like
go check out the sponsor.
I believe it's like Bush
Oh
River.
yeah, that's yeah.
I believe it's that side. Don't quote me yet, but
As
yeah,
long as I got a
God,
GPS, I'm from the DMV, baby. As long as there's
you
a
already know what
GPS,
time it is.
I can rock.
Right, right.
All right, so the next one we got the Jaguars, and I gotta use this voice because I'm Trent Baalke. I got people fired. I survived, but now we got Liam Cohen coaching his team. Do you guys think he's in the fire, or you think that's a good coaching position?
I
What
think
y'all
Trent
think?
Baalke needs to go as a freaking owner, but that's a whole nother story.
Liam Cohen needs to get out of here. He's got a blown out ACL. I like him. He's a football guy. I'm going to sign him. Get him out of here, man. Trent Baalke, if you got Trent Baalke a part of your organization, I'm sorry, T. PDA came out real quick. Go ahead, do your take. I'm
That's
sorry.
okay. That's okay.
I'm sorry.
My honest take about that organization needs a whole revamping from top to bottom. Revamping from top to bottom. Because I'm sorry, like we said last week, Sunshine ain't done nothing since he came out of Clemson.
Yeah.
However,
Sunshine.
and look, like I said, I'm from the DV Hayfield High School. You know, we played TC Williams, so I got background on that. But at the same time, you drafted Trevor Lawrence. You drafted Etienne. Two people who have chemistry, history, know how to play. You didn't think about an offensive line because they know when the world Trevor should have been hit that many times. And that's it. You ain't drafted offensive line. Forget
Why
the
is it
defense.
okay for that?
You ain't draft the offensive line, and then you bring in him as a coach. Okay, so you keep him coach, but you don't bring in a new coordinator, and your special teams is crap. So what is he supposed to work with? What is it? I'm all for giving everybody a fair shot.
Let him cook.
Good or bad.
Let him cook now. Let him cook.
Well, what are you gonna work with? Because you ain't got jack crap Billy Squad down there. But Sunshine. Because it's in the Sunshine State. Okay, my rant's over.
Hey, y'all, I told y'all she was coming back, man. And pause real quick before you get into it, Boogie. Everybody on YouTube, on TikTok, and on Instagram knows I take it personal. I answer every single comment on the page. I don't care if it's paid or not. I'm answering, I'm bobbing with y'all. I rock with y'all. This isn't one of these podcasts where we don't care about our fans. Y'all keep us rocking. Y'all keep us into it. We love to do this. And what y'all doing, following us, liking, sharing, commenting, y'all keep the algorithm up. Y'all keep us up. We appreciate y'all. Boogie, where you at with it, man?
Man, listen. She is in her bag right now. First of all, I don't even know who the guy is. And this is crazy because you know me, I'm a football junkie. And I'm like, where y'all get this man from? Where he come from? What is his story? It don't even really matter. First of all, until y'all address y'all needs on that offensive line, bro, you're going to have trouble. You can tell that the offensive line has been the problem because you can't keep ETN healthy. Trevor can't stay healthy. You know what I'm saying? y'all got some quality pieces over there in Jacksonville, and I don't think Doug Peterson should have lost his job. He didn't do a bad job.
That's why I
So
said Trent Baalke.
yeah,
He's
so
a
I'm
dirty
like,
guy.
yeah, that's what I'm about to say. When I really get into it, I'm like, man, like if anybody should have lost their job, it should have been Trent.
Trent Baalke has always been around. He can find a way to stay.
So I don't know what's wrong with the ownership group over there, Mr. Khan. I don't know what you got going on. I don't know what's in your cup. I don't know what you smoking out your pipe. But something right now ain't even sitting right, bro. That's all I gotta say about that.
Him and
But
Trent bought
I
that
need
yo,
West
my
Coast
help on
over
that one.
here. Look,
yo,
you heard
fact though,
me?
fact
Boogie.
though,
Trent
yo,
bought that West Coast over here. They was in a cigar room together.
yeah,
Trent, he got that voice like he been smoking since like the 5th grade early.
yeah.
I talked to him. We were in the box. I let him know you can't be halfway. You can't be 1 foot in, 1 foot out. I had one conversation. The conversation I had was with my wife. Trent Baalke, get out of here.
Yeah,
Get out of here. If he's a
yeah,
part of your organization, from what I've seen, this is no disrespect to him as a man, as a father, as whatever he is in life. But in this football thing, I respect you. But no, man, you're not it. You're not it, man. You're not
yeah,
it. All right. The Jets, they pick up Aaron Glenn.
Did they drop
Now,
Aaron Rodgers yet?
ho. Let me finish the question. Now, y'all see what we working with. Do you think that Glenn is going to be in the same place that Saleh was? Because we've been talking all year about how good Saleh has been out there. When Aaron Rodgers got healthy, Robert Saleh got sick. I don't know why Aaron Rodgers left Green Bay, hypothetically. That's another episode. But we're here with him. Like you said, T, if he's going to be there with a new coach, what does that even mean for the Jets, T?
Same thing it meant this year. On the couch.
mm, mm. What's
On
to be
the
more
couch.
careful?
Because I'm still trying to figure out how last year, how you tell your Achilles walking on, like, okay, that's neither here nor there. After they done paid you, you
You weren't even
conveniently
running top speed.
exact. But that's neither here nor there.
Was it a trot?
Because I could have seen if they said ACL, because we all know ACL is a non-contact injury. That's just wear and tear on your knee and whatnot. And after a while, the cartilage just say, I don't want to do that no more.
Nah, T, he did this. He said, look, Kobe.
Exactly. And
Shout out to my boy,
season.
man. Shout out to my boy, but he did that.
But
He did that.
like you said, when he got healthy, all of a sudden, Salah kind of went to the background, because I believe, and this is just my take, because my other cousin's a Jets fan, I've been back and forth with him about this too. Like what I tell you, I be on different things with different people. I'll sit here and talk sports and whatnot all day. We can go down the lineup.
That's why we glad to have you.
When he got healthy, it's like I said, Salah went to the background, because I'm like this. He left Green Bay. Remember, they had just drafted Jordan Love. He had already taken a back seat to Brett Favre for umpteen number of years. He wasn't about to take a back seat to no rookie who was coming in, who could come in, who could actually run, who was a mobile quarterback.
Yeah,
Jets didn't have anybody, so he went to the Jets. And so he was able to maneuver, negotiate his own, and kind of tell them what he wanted.
She using the right words. I love it. He was
Tell them what he
maneuvering.
wanted.
He was slave.
And
Go ahead.
when he didn't, and when he got hurt, Salah was like, okay, I can run this offense. Because Grant Salah's a defensive minded coach, but he knows how to use. He learned from the best. He learned how to use his offensive coordinators and whatnot, and his QB coaches, and figure out where everybody's strength was. He was able to take that backup quarterback and do some things and even run with that dismal offensive line that he had because they still ain't got no size. They had size, but they didn't have size because you didn't have a pass rush, for the defense. You didn't have anybody who really take that when they came from the outside. You still wasn't protecting the quarterback the best way that they could, but they were doing enough to where it kept them in games, so to speak. They were still losing, but it kept them in games. And once he got healthy and he could say what he wanted to say, then it was like, okay, I don't like the way he's doing. And I think people can agree to disagree with me. Salah's firing was personal. Salah's
Well,
firing was personal. It had nothing to do with football. It had nothing to do with him supporting politics, whatnot. That was
who would
personal.
you
That
who
was
would
the
you
issue
think?
between him and Rogers. And Rogers was where all the
Now,
money was at. And
okay,
they was like, who
okay.
do we need to let go?
I'll
We're
say
gonna
that.
let
I'll say that
Salah go and keep Rogers.
because the Jets hadn't been like that. And I'm sorry to cut you off. That's why I had to ask you with who and to understand that because that is the truth. You know what I mean? The Jets don't let people go middle of the season. Old as that organization is, you know what I mean? They don't do that. But with that situation, go ahead, Boogie. Go ahead, Boogie.
Well, yeah, like before I even get all of that, I think we can agree all together as a collective that Robert Saleh didn't get a fair shake because honestly, Robert Saleh, his team was better with Aaron Rodgers hurt.
Yep,
They did a lot better than they did last year. Correct? Am I wrong?
that's
No,
right.
I agree.
All right. So
Facts, man.
moving on from that, because we all know we kind of all know what happened with that. But moving on for that, I think the Jets did get it right by hiring Aaron Glenn. Now this is going to be the issue, man. What are we going to do at the quarterback position? Are y'all going to keep Aaron around for another year? Or y'all going to try to figure out and go get y'all a quarterback, whether it's through the draft or through one of these free agent quarterbacks? That's going to be the interesting piece to that. I think that Aaron will get that defense. I think he's going to get that defense right because they got some pieces on that defense that are some good pieces. They really have some good pieces on that defense. But
Right.
it just the thing that was the issue with them is the defense was doing pretty much their job last year, but Aaron Rodgers wasn't producing. There was no production coming from number 8, man. Let's just be totally honest about that. And they did everything under the sun for 8. They said, "Oh, all right, you want us to get rid of Robert Saleh? Done. Oh, you want us to go get Devontae Adams? Done. Oh, you want us to get this guy? Done." Like so anything that Aaron want, they catered they catered the organization to him. Now
Mhm.
at this point, and just to go back to that one point you were saying about him not wanting to sit behind Jordan Love. See, he got mad. He got mad at Green Bay when they went and got Jordan Love. That's when he ran off
Mhm.
them two MVPs. And and he had the Green Bay organization in a hostage because they didn't know whether Aaron was gonna come, whether he was going.
Mhm.
So he ain't want to report the training camp. He
Yep.
on vacation. So they just had got tired of it, and then they finally pulled the trigger and said, "You know what, Aaron, we gonna give the keys to the young fella. It's time." Which was a great decision because now that you
Mhm.
look at it, you know what I'm saying. Jordan Love, he went to the playoffs. They missed the playoffs this year, but no, they went to the playoffs this year, but they lost, whatever. But yeah, so Jordan Love is doing good as far as gelling with those younger pieces. Because that was
Mhm.
another thing, like Aaron Rodgers felt some type of way about his receiving corps, which you can see that there's potential over in that receiving corps. They're just young. And
Mhm.
it's good that they're all young because Jordan Love and all those young receivers, they can grow together. Give them another year, maybe 2. And listen, Green Bay is going to be a problem.
There was a
Right.
problem when they played us a couple years ago. Shoot, we went for a couple of lucky plays.
That's
Yeah,
what
We would have been
that's
at
what I've
home
been
because
saying.
Jordan Love, he did if it wasn't for that last throw that interception, yeah.
That's
yeah,
what
Jordan Love, yeah.
that's what we've been saying all year, that Green Bay are a lot like how Andy Reid and his organization is. They coach up that quarterback position.
yeah,
They give him that
Mhm.
green light. We ain't gonna be like, no, you can't do this, you can't do that, because that confuses your quarterback. If they're your quarterback, you have to be able to trust them with everything on the fucking field because you ain't out there.
Exactly.
If you can't do that, they shouldn't be your quarterback. They shouldn't be your quarterback. All right,
yeah.
we got one more. That was a great coaching hiring. Tip my hat a little bit more for this one right here because I'm coming home. I'm
I'm
coming
coming
home.
home.
I'm coming
Tell the
home.
world I'm coming home. Salah is back, baby.
Salah
I'm
is
sorry.
back in the land of the red and gold, man.
I would go get my blanket, my 49er blanket, but my baby got it, so we ain't going.
TT,
But yeah.
I'm gonna tell you this. I know before he took this job, because I'm not stupid. I know he told them,
She brought it to me. She brought it to
yeah,
me. She brought it
yeah,
to me.
yeah. I know, T. He said if y'all don't sign Dre Greenlaw, I will not coach there.
Exactly. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I don't care what your future holds, the offense, what you trying to rebuild, restructure. Remember, and this is piggybacking off of the Jaguars. He didn't even take their interview in person. It was online, and some things that happened that didn't go right. We knew what time it was.
Mm-hmm.
Brady wanted Pete Carroll. Yeah, it was something out there in them stars.
That's
He
all
can
right.
come on back home.
Come on home. We love you.
Kyle
We love
Shanahan,
you over here with the red and gold. We love you over here. Come on back.
Kyle Shanahan got Kubi Hack, or he tried to announce him first before he interviewed, but he's going to have him calling some plays. He hired an offensive coordinator. This man is here for plays. Kyle Shanahan is a master at calling plays. He's
He
dope
learned from
at
his
it.
dad. He learned from his
He
dad.
you know what I mean? He's dope at that. And I was harsh on him this year and all of that because of the lessons and all of that. He is right now about to be fired if he doesn't do good. Having Robert Saleh is bringing him back because that locker room, he never lost it. A lot of times this year, I said it could be he's losing the locker room. He never
Mm-hmm.
had it. He never had it. D'Amico Ryans had it. Rob Saleh had it. These guys were the emotion of his tenure there. You know what I mean? They were the
Mm-hmm.
heart and soul. He's not that kind of coach. And this is no hate for Kyle, because look at what we've done at San Francisco with him coaching us. You know what I mean? The good and the bad. But all in all,
I
we
think
got
that
Saleh back.
defensive core with Salah being back,
Mm-hmm.
I think that defensive core, Fred especially, because Fred
No,
is
no,
so
no.
emotional.
First, before it, address that Greenlaw. Do you think he
Greenlaw.
talked to them and said, if you do
Yeah,
not sign Greenlaw, I will not
I
coach
won't
there?
come back. Yeah, I
You
do
do
because
not have no reason.
no, I believe he was that was an instrument that was you had to have that in order to get him back because he could have taken any of them other jobs, them other interviews with no problem.
He could have.
He had to. That was a must for him. You can't. It's like peanut butter jelly. You can't have peanut butter and no jelly. You can't
Mm,
have Fred on one side and you don't have Greenlaw. You need both of them, and he needed Greenlaw to stay in order for him to come back because he knows if he has Greenlaw and he's got Fred, he's got people we know who know him, trust him, have love for him. And when you get those two guys to stand behind you, you can get the rest of that defensive line, that defensive core, that everybody to say, okay, let's buy, let's buy into let's buy into the system, buy into this game plan, and we're gonna work and do what we need to do. Because when your defense buys into stuff, then that rubs off on everybody. Like, okay, we can't let the defense outdo us and whatnot, because your defense gonna buy in. And like I said, with Salah being a head coach, having a head coaching, what's the word I'm looking for? Can't think of it right now. But that he done stepped his foot into that head coach job.
Yeah.
He knows how to look at it.
Experience. Yeah.
Thank you. He got his foot in there, so he know what he's looking at. So he can look at Kyle and go, okay, I see what you see, I know what you see. Let's let our defense do this, let's do that, and then go over special teams. Well, let's let our special teams do this and let's do this. So it'll allow it to actually, I think, work even better, especially coming off a season like we've had. I think it'll allow it to be better and I think even more cohesive, so that we may not, go undefeated. We may lose a few. It's possible, but I don't think it will be to the point where we don't make a playoff.
It's no. We're not gonna lose a couple this year because you saw our schedule.
I haven't looked at the schedule yet. I've been
once we got the playoffs. We got a losing schedule. We got a losing schedule, and I plan for all of us to at least go because we're coming to Carolina this year. We play Carolina this year. Yeah, we got a bottom schedule. We really have a bottom schedule, and with the draft that we have coming up, and if they go defensive and offensive line, we good with what we got already with our weapons. Boogie, go ahead on what you think about the Robert Saleh hiring in San Francisco, bro.
Oh, well, I know, I know the 49ers organization is ecstatic right now because, Robert Saleh is, like, for real, Kyle and Robert are like peanut butter and jelly. They just go perfectly. You know what I mean? Like, and Robert is he's a player's coach, man. Them guys really like to play for Robert, man. And that was like, not for nothing, man. That was some of the issues that y'all faced last year. You know what I mean? Because honestly, when y'all had Robert and Robert had got the head coaching job and D'Amico stepped in, it was no drop off as far as in the defensive side of the ball.
Remember, he came up under him.
Yeah, but last year we definitely seen, some drop off as far as the defense. So, at the end of the day, man, like, look, I love it. Like, I think that was just, a match made in heaven. I believe once he lost his job really with the Jets, he probably was back in San Fran, like, yo, like, just sitting around chilling, because he still got keys to the crib. They're like, come on home, baby, you good? You still can come in, you know what I'm saying? They ain't changed his passcodes or nothing like that. So yeah, that was definitely a good look, man. And like you know what I mean, T said, guys that are gonna benefit from this are the guys like Fred Warner. You're gonna need Greenlaw too. Those are the guys that benefit from this because, yeah, like I said, he's a player's coach. And so
I promise you he ain't coming without Greenlaw, man. I promise you he's not coming without him, man. You can't fill that position without him.
You definitely got to have a Greenlaw. You definitely got to have Fred too, because that's like, you know what I'm saying? That's the same too. Because these are your guys that are your coaches on the field. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
These are the guys that are an extension of you on the field. So yeah, man, I like it, man. That was a no-brainer. Because if not, like, listen, the Giants could definitely use something over there.
All right. I got something.
Like, you see, that's how dumb my organization is. The guy right next door, you should have been like, hey, come over here, stop by here real fast.
No,
before you go anywhere.
But see, the thing
is, let me say, is that if you go back if you go and watch the Giants clips on YouTube, whatnot, the freaking coaches or was it the GM man or the son said, "Do not let Saquon go." His son told him, "Don't let Saquon go." What
T, look, I'm still heartbroken about this, T. I'm still a little heartbroken about this, so just be gentle with me, please, because I'm watching 26, and I'm like, man.
I'm sorry.
Oh man! And hold on. Not only did his kids tell him that, His kids told him to draft Jaden Daniels.
Sure did. Sure did.
And
His
then
son sure
the
did.
owner told him in the Hard Knocks, he said, hey, it's gonna be really hard for me to sleep if Saquon is a
Go to the
Philadelphia
Eagles.
Eagle.
Imagine
You
if
said it, and look what happened.
hey, look, Boogie. Imagine if they kept Saquon and got Jaden. Oh my.
They would have
That's
gave.
just
They
true,
would
but
have
we ain't
gave. They
even
would have gave
added
the
neighbors
NFC
into the
East a run for
situation.
their money.
We
They'd
ain't
give
even
the
added
NFC East
neighbors
a
into
run
that
for their-
situation.
A run for their money.
Right.
Jalen Hurts and the Eagles would have had a run for
Hey,
their money.
man,
For
listen.
the NFC East top.
Hold on. Willie's, shout out to Willie's Mobile Detailing. They said talking to the wrong
That's my
person
husband.
about being nice when sports get on me and talk all the time about my Cowboys. Yeah, Cowboys. I'm not gonna do it. I ain't gonna do it.
You
Nah.
know,
Tonight.
I do it
I ain't
all the
gonna do
time.
it to you
That's
tonight, bro.
you
I
can do
ain't
it.
gonna do
That's
it.
my husband. You can do
We
it all
ain't
the
gonna
time.
jump on you
You
because
know
I
what
don't
I'm
like them. I don't like them, but I'm not gonna jump on you with her.
Nah.
I'm never gonna do that. I don't like it when it happens to me. But I got a question for y'all too.
Talk to us.
Since we're disgusted with plays and players we talked about and coaches and picks and teams and things, which player, if you had no choice but these two, would you pick? Aaron Rodgers or Devondre Campbell?
I don't like Aaron Rodgers, so that's
The quitter? Look, would you take the quitter or the shitter? Let's go.
Those are bad choices.
First
And
of all,
I need,
hey, Pete,
look,
I'll take the
y'all to
answer
show y'all
first.
work.
I'll
Look,
take the answer first.
Look, all
I'm
right,
not taking. Guess what?
Look. Before you do it, I need you to show your work too. Show your
No,
work too.
I'm gonna show you my work, Pete.
Let's
Hey,
go.
I pick C, none of the above. You know what I'm saying?
That ain't
Because
on there. I
guess
ain't
what?
have it up there.
Yeah, you
I
ain't
ain't have
gotta
it up
have it.
there.
You
I
ain't
ain't have
gotta
it
have
up
it.
there.
But you ain't gotta listen. I took enough tests in my life. I took enough tests in my life. Look, Pete, let me tell you something. You want me to show my work? I took enough tests in my life, right? Because guess what? Even whether it's a Scantron, whether it's multiple choice, whatever it is, whether you gotta write the answer in, guess what? You still get the same points whether you get the wrong answer or if you put no answer at all. Mic drop.
I'm with Boog. I'm with Boogie because that is you. Just like picking a lesser of two evils.
I'm
Both of those
gonna
are
say it
bad
like this.
choices.
Look, I'm gonna say it like this respectively. Look.
You can,
Hold on, wait a minute. I want both of y'all to lean in a little bit closer. Listen.
yes, sir.
Listen.
I heard it the first time. I feel
Hey,
it.
I'm
Might
good.
have to
I'm
say.
good.
One more
Hey,
time for the people in the
hey,
back of Facebook.
Denied.
I need some
hey,
answers out here.
hey,
That's
hey,
a big question.
hey,
What
Pete.
else I got to
That
do?
that's
What
my
else I
answer.
got to do?
That's my answer, and I'm sticking to it.
I'll tell you
So
who I
now,
take.
since you
Look,
need an answer,
I'll tell
Pete,
you who I take. I'll tell you who I take.
go ahead. Go ahead.
All right? And I'm going to
Yep.
show my homework. I take
Go ahead.
Aaron Rodgers. You know why I take Aaron Rodgers? Because he's going to have to play behind Brock Purdy. And that's going to make Brock Purdy play even better. When he played with trash
Allegedly.
people behind him like that,
Allegedly.
he didn't have nothing pushing his coattail. He regressed. Put Aaron Rodgers behind him, and Aaron Rodgers is going to be mad, but I don't give a fuck. We signed you. You playing for us if we allow it.
Let me give you this.
But
Hold up, Pete.
Devondre
Let me give you
Campbell,
this.
you'll never get run.
No,
And no,
but
you
let me give you
can't
this.
give me
Pete.
nothing. You can't
Hold
give me
up.
nothing but an answer. Can't give me nothing but an
Pete.
answer, or we got to
Pete.
say it.
I got him, T. I got
And
him,
I'll
T.
give,
Listen.
I'll
Let
give
me
it to you.
let me give it to him. Listen.
I'll give
Hey,
it to you
Pete.
if we segue.
Hey,
Because
Pete.
you just
Listen.
said it like, wait.
I got you. That's what you
Listen.
said. That's your answer.
Listen.
Hold on. Go
No,
ahead.
but listen. I'll give it to you if we segue. Because the way you said it was like, I got him, T. Like y'all was going together off an answer that hadn't been answered. She's going to still have to answer too.
I don't like either pick. First of all,
Okay. It's
I don't
okay.
care who you are.
It's okay. I need the
I
homework.
would never say if I had to pick someone, since I gotta pick one, since you making us pick one, because I got one, so I got to pick an answer.
Why not do what I did?
I will go with Aaron Rodgers only because I'm sorry.
He ain't gonna
No
start over
matter
Brock.
who. No matter who, one, he ain't gonna start with Brock. Two, no matter who you are, what you do, the one thing you do not do. If you played any type of team sport, whatever. I was a band. I played sports. I was in a band. I'm a band geek at heart too. You know what I'm saying? I marched on the field.
One band,
Whatnot.
one sound.
Let's not talk about that. Okay, marching band ain't.
Imagine what
Marching band,
Rogers and
marching
Shanahan
band
gonna
ain't
be
easy.
like.
Okay, marching band ain't easy. But I
Shanahan
don't
to
care
make sure
what
he'll never
you
see the
do.
field.
What you do, you never quit on your team. You never quit on your brothers, your sisters, your
Never,
what. You never quit on your family that's on that field. You
never.
or that court, that field, that whatever, that ice, whatever the case may be. You never quit on your family. So if I had to pick one, I'll pick Aaron Rodgers. However, I agree with Bug. Go with C because neither one of them answers is right.
Now wait. Now look,
Hold on. Can I
wait.
get in there?
Before, yeah, right before. Yes, I'm with y'all on that. But the question was, see,
Question.
Boogie was jumping
I'm
because
still
Boogie's
waiting
the
because
Boogie.
I'm about
He's
to.
the Boogie man. All right, Boogie. The
First of
floor.
all, Pete, your answer is wrong, sir. And this is why I tell you your answer is wrong. Because you're right. If you had to pick, but this is why your answer is wrong. Because if you bring Aaron Rodgers to your organization, that's $50 million on your books. You have to pay
Yeah.
Brock Purdy. You won't be able to keep both of them on your books. So therefore, your answer is null and void, sir.
Oh,
So
wait.
guess what?
Wait,
In
no.
the end of the
Nobody
day,
wants to lose
we're
the
Look,
juice.
all wrong.
now look,
We
wait.
all
We're
agree because they
all
gotta keep juice
wrong.
if they gonna pay juice for him to stay. So you
Now
got a
look,
point there because we ain't got the
wait a
overhead.
minute. Wait a minute. But what does that
Oh,
mean? What does that mean? That makes me even
that's
more right.
exactly what I said. Hold up.
Look, it makes me even more right. It won't work. Because either way,
No, sir. You can't do that with a double negative. No,
I
sir.
did.
That doesn't work like that.
How's it a double negative?
No, sir.
How's it a
Because
double negative?
I just said you're wrong, and then you say, "Oh, it won't work." No, that doesn't work, sir.
No,
That's
I
why
said
I told you it doesn't work. I
yes.
just said that I looked at your work. As a teacher, they looked at your work. I put the little red ink points on there to let you know where you was wrong in your work. And yeah, go ahead, yourself, sir. Yeah. So back to the original answer at hand, which is C, which is the right answer to B. Thank you. I digress. Appreciate you making my point more valid, sir.
But here's the thing. Here's the thing. All of this is hypothetical.
Man,
Well, you're completely. There's no fucking way we're getting neither one of them. But the question was, PDA Smith, Sky Boogie, you tried it. Ain't no damn T to try to renew it. And you start looking how T was. He was cooking. Let him cook.
yeah. Thank you.
He was on it. But the reality of the question was.
Oh, I already paid the reality, man.
No. The reality was what I bought. You can't paint when the canvas is all in front of you right now.
Man, listen.
Vincent Van, no.
Yeah, listen.
Vincent Van, no.
Yeah.
Bruh, no. The question, it was hypothetical because it's Aaron Rodgers
Sir.
or Devondre Campbell. It was those two. Neither one of them from the first place is going to San Francisco.
Sir.
That's one. Two, come on. This is the same thing I got on Black about. Y'all can't be doing the hypotheticals like that. Reality,
You
yes.
can't force nobody into it. You can't back people down and make them answer a hypothetical.
Reality,
Well,
yes.
What you should have did, Pete,
We're
you
on
should
a
have put
Hater
one more
Debate
name in it.
podcast.
You should have threw one more name in it.
We're on a podcast, so
in
you
my
have to
defense,
talk about it. If
I
you
get
just
it.
go to the C and
Don't have to talk about either one of them bums.
No, y'all listen.
We control his content.
No. Y'all listen. And if we don't talk about nothing, there's nothing to talk about. But if we give them something that's something to talk about,
Oh, we gonna give him something to talk about, but see that's you see
You know what I'm saying?
you see you just like the rest of these other podcasts. Y'all want
Go
to be
ahead.
talking about people that's irrelevant. Why are we talking about Aaron Rodgers? Why are we talking about Campbell? Both of
Because
these
that was a
guys
segue.
are irrelevant at the time,
'Cause
man.
it was a segue, and it
I
was a
get the
quick.
segue.
No,
Pete,
but
I
it was
know
a
how this. I know
quick
how this
answer.
is set up. I know how this is set up, but this is what I'm saying.
It's no setup if you're involved with it. It's just an
All
easy.
right, Pete. You got it.
In my
Pete.
defense, I'm gonna pull the girl card. It's my first time doing so. I'm just gonna say I'm just gonna agree with everybody else. You know, I'm a new kid in class. I'm just gonna agree with everybody else. You know, I'm gonna agree with the loudest person in the classroom. So
I'm
we're gonna
still
agree
look.
with
I'm still gonna stand on it a couple of toes because you guys
Yeah.
are
You know, like you got your
y'all are
baby,
capable of
you got your
answering.
baby toe on your second toe on the ground. You got your baby toe on your second toe on the ground.
I
The
get
rest
cooked all the
of the
time.
other 8 toes is off the ground.
And look, Boogie, I get cooked all the time.
say like
You know
my
what I
shirt say.
mean?
My shirt
I
say
get
my
cooked
Nike
all the
pack is
time.
out of order.
But if it's something easy like this, come on, man. I'm gonna answer questions whether they hard to answer, whether it's my team. Look at my hat. We ain't got nothing to do with this
That's
conversation.
and you see how you, but see that's a see you being biased. See that's where the hypothetical was biased at. You were being very biased, sir. That's what I was trying to tell you. But you know
You
what?
couldn't do that.
I digress. You know
You
what?
couldn't do that.
I
You couldn't do.
digress.
You couldn't do that.
Huh?
Just for 1 second.
Yeah.
Nah, sorry.
You couldn't do that.
I rock
I
with you on
could.
49ers, but even I
I
couldn't see
could.
that one. I'm
Look,
no.
look,
The devil
look
check
for a
couldn't
second.
see that one. Nope, sorry. No. Once I get my hearing aids on, and I'll try and hear a little bit better once I get the new hearing aids. But yeah, I
Yeah.
couldn't follow you with that one either. Sorry. I'm sorry,
Nah.
sweetheart.
Hey, look,
But
look,
I
look,
do
look,
have a
look.
question for
Hey,
you.
Yeah. What's up?
look,
Hold up. TT
look.
got that goes segue right there. TT got a question for us.
I have a
We're
question.
gonna get to this question as soon as. Now, let me just stop. Go ahead. Go ahead.
No,
Go ahead.
I got a question because I need to pivot. I want to pivot, and the reason
Yeah.
I want to pivot because we ain't but so much we can do with the. We already know how the Super Bowl gonna go. I just want to see the commercials at this point.
That's right.
And a halftime show. But I need to pivot for a quick
Ooh.
second. How y'all feel about this Jimmy Butler situation?
Oh, good question. Good question. See, that's real. That's a real segue. Yo, you said this your first time doing it. See, that was a real segue. Pete, you can learn something from this young lady. Go ahead, Pete. What you think?
Hey man, hey, one thing that we don't do on this hater debate is disrespect anybody.
No way.
A
I
real
ain't nobody
segue. Look, a real segue. A real segue. I'm gonna stand still like my screen is paused. Look, hold up.
Yeah, a real segue. You see that?
I got
Yeah.
views.
Hey, put T.
I got
You
us up
come
here.
up. Hey, you come up beside me. Put T at the bottom.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
There we go. T,
Let's
can
get it.
now
Floor is
you
yours.
ask, yeah, listen, ask that question one more time for the people in the back that didn't get to hear you.
So I want to know how y'all feel about this Jimmy Butler situation because this was the third time he done been suspended by Miami, and now he's suspended. It wasn't initially just for a couple games. Now it's indefinitely because he walked out of practice on today. So like, is you think is the disconnect between him and management, or him and the coach, or you think he just got a big head?
No, Pete, may I? Is that okay with you, Pete?
I'm not in charge. I'm
All
not in
right.
charge.
All right.
I'm at the
Well,
top.
listen, hold up. So, I remember on a movie that I seen, you know what I'm saying, some years ago, one of my favorites, Don't Be a Menace. But every time in that movie, there was a part where the dude come in and says, message.
Message.
I mean, what else is left to say? The guy said he's ready to go. He's asked for a trade. Obviously, you can see the behavior is adding up to let you know that he doesn't want to be there. Pat, we know you old school mafioso, but Pat, Now you got to bend on this one, Pat. It's not good for the team, and it's not good for you.
No.
Get Jimmy out of there, and don't let him control where he goes at. You get him out of there for what's going to be best for your organization, and wherever he's trying to land at, then he can orchestrate it from there. But you need to get Jimmy out of there first thing yesterday.
Because at this point, it's conduct it's conduct detrimental to everybody else.
Fact though.
And himself included.
Fact though. And go ahead, Pete. I'm sorry.
I'll say for you, I agree with everything that you said. But the thing that I hate the most is when the NBA players started demanding the trades and these teams, these organizations start granting it. Me as an owner, I don't give a if you want to go. You just gonna be miserable until your contract is up. You signed a contract with us when you was broke coming out the hood. Remember, your mama and them needed help. You just wanted to play basketball. You wanted to be in the NBA. You wanted to play basketball. You got bread. You got good. You got to do your thing. Then after that, you wanted more money. We gave you more money. You got more money. But this organization, I built this brick by brick. I don't owe you a dime more than what your contract states. I hate that they did that. If it was me, you're going to play out. I don't care if you sit on the bench. So what? I don't lose as an owner. It's the same loss.
No, yep.
You're just going to have a problem with going anywhere else because they're going to know why you're on the bench because you don't want to play your contract. I'm not being a mean boss. I'm paying you millions of dollars. Name one grocery store owner that makes what NBA players at a superstar level makes. And I'm not talking about Walmart. I'm talking about.
I'm about to say. I'm
talking about local Food Lions.
Nobody.
Yearly, they ain't making what these NBA players are making.
Nobody.
You're able to, but you talking about what you're going to do when before you didn't have enough to buy a pair of shoes.
As my mama say, you ain't had a pocket. You ain't had a pocket. You know what I mean? Or a window to throw it out of.
We laced you because we believed in you. We believed in you when you didn't even believe in you. You didn't have the money to match what we have for you. You know what I mean? None of that. But now you want to leave, bro. I'm sorry about all of it. Jimmy Butler's situation, if I was Riles, man, I started off with Magic Johnson, dog. And that's what he playing hardball with him. I understand where Riles is coming from, and I back Riles. But my thing is, like I said, if you're going to do it, we got the money. We ain't doing nothing. We ain't in no, I'm finna get fired. My coach is finna get fired. You want to leave. Where you going to go if you sit on this bench and we don't let you go?
Nowhere. And then you get, now that you done suspended, so you suspended, so now you done halted your paycheck. Because now you looking at possible fines now, so you doing all of that to try and get out of somewhere, you done halted your paycheck.
You looking real Antonio
I'm doing a lot of things. I don't play about my money. So that means I got to sit here and look pretty on the bench. I will sit and look pretty on the bench until my contract end, call it a day, and then talk to my agent and be like, okay, here's what I want, here's what I'm trying to do. You facilitate what I pay you for. You still got overhead, you still got to pay folks. You still got an agent, whatnot, you got to pay. So now you taking money out of your check because you want to be a diva and be stupid.
So an inside question on this question for you. Do y'all think together, Boogie first and then UT on it, do y'all think that if the money was right or whatever, that Butler is a baller that won't play?
I mean, the thing about it, I don't even think it's about the money. It's somewhere there's a disconnect because at one point it seemed like the Heat and Jimmy Butler was made to go together.
Right.
You know, they went to a couple finals, but one thing I can see with I can see this on both sides. I can see what Jimmy's frustration is at because, to be honest, the roster hasn't been revamped since those two final runs. You didn't go
Yeah.
out. The only other piece you brought in two pieces. You had brought in Kyle Lowry, and then you brought in Terry Rozier. Like
Right. That
those
roster
aren't
hadn't even
really.
been checked, bro. It hadn't even been checked. Go ahead, man.
Yeah, so that you know what I'm saying. So the rosters haven't been improved to give us a better chance to try to win a championship. So that's frustrating. If you're a competitor and you want to win, and they keep sending you out with the same roster, Tyler Hero, Bam, like these guys are ballers, man. But it's like they need one more piece down there in Miami to really. And I've been saying this for a minute. Like they needed one more piece. They was one piece away. I felt to get over that hump. Because if you looking at the Eastern Conference, they can't beat the Boston. They can't beat the Milwaukee. They can't beat this Knicks team.
Big Bo
And
Derek.
I don't even think they could beat that Philadelphia team.
Right.
So you like, what are we doing here? Like, we're basically, and this standoff is getting stupid. Like, and then I see it from Raul's side. Like, look, you signed the contract. I paid you. Now you need to give me what I'm paying you for. So I
You
see it
don't
on
run
both
this team.
sides, but this standoff is gonna hurt both sides.
It is.
And honestly, where I'm at is that's ended while we can end it now, and everybody can just leave with some scratches and can heal. Because listen, the Heat culture is still being intact. If you, like I said, you send Jimmy somewhere where you can get you some return on your investment, get you a couple pieces, maybe get you a couple young pieces.
Would you take him and go to
If
state?
I'm him, if like hypothetically, man, if I'm him, I'm trying to call one of these little young teams, man.
Would you
I'm
take him
calling
and
me
go to state?
a Detroit. I'm calling OKC. Let me see if I can get me one of them young pieces that I know want to ball.
Would you take him in Golden State?
I would take them in Golden State, but I'm just trying to think. Golden State don't have nothing interesting for Miami. That's what I'm thinking about. Unless you give up Jonathan Kuminga, you're gonna have to give up Kuminga and another piece.
I mean, wasn't they
And
not playing him like that?
for me, and for Golden State side of the things is like Kuminga got more than upside. Kuminga's in his 20s. Jimmy is like, you know what I'm saying? He on his back nine, as they like to say in golf. He's on his back nine. Kuminga's on his front nine. Like, you know what I mean? So those are the things you gotta think about. And then what also that comes with that, like Miami gonna want more in that pot with Kuminga, whether it's draft picks or whether it's another young piece. So you got to think about that part, man. But at some point, this standoff is getting ugly. It's getting ugly. And Jimmy, honestly, Jimmy done made enough money so he can stand off as long as he wants. Jimmy done banked him about 300 already.
Yeah.
He done made 300. So right now, like, you know what I mean, the little 50s that he on the books for, he not worried about that, especially from where Jimmy come from. Like, Jimmy come from getting adopted by, you know what I'm saying, his best friend's family.
Right.
So he's already done changed, you know what I'm saying, his family's trajectory. His kids, Jimmy Butler's kids is not gonna hurt for nothing. Jimmy Butler's not hurting for nothing. Pat Riles is not hurting for nothing, but he is hurting his organization because right now you got one of your all-star pieces not playing, and all he's doing is causing a lot of commotion. It'd be different if Jimmy was over there being quiet, but everything that's getting done is a headline. And what do you think that's doing to the team?
They tired of it too.
Like I said, conduct detrimental to the team, to everybody, including himself. That, like I said, Jimmy can sit because he ain't got the he can say. But when you have, it's a true disconnect. It's almost like a parent with a child. Sometimes you gotta pick your battles.
Yeah,
You got a he a teenager in this sense who's fighting against everything else because he already told you how he feels, or a young adult. You got a college student. He already you trying to do what he want to do and be respectful about it, but you ain't hearing him. So now what
yeah.
he gonna do? What he gonna do? He gonna do
Show
what he
out.
knows best. He gonna show. He
Yeah,
gonna lash out. He gonna whatnot. And we all know. Let's be real. Pat is one of the Pat old like I said Pat old school. Pat went up against let's real. Remember back in the day, Pat went up against Shaq because Pat threw what's his name, White Chocolate, Jason Williams out of practice and
yeah,
whatnot. You know
yeah.
what I'm
Yep.
saying? And he went up against them. He used
Yep.
to go in back in the day. He used to when Latrell Sprewell when they used to bottle up with Ewing and what's his name what was the point guard's name for the Knicks? Oh God, I can't think of his name. Little
Chris
short, light
Child,
skinned dude.
Charlie Ward, Charlie
No, no,
Ward,
no, no.
Chris Child, John
John
Stark.
Starks.
Yeah,
Start. Remember, you know what I'm saying? So when them boys, they was nah, but he was younger then, so he could run with them and he could, toe to toe. You can't run with it. You 70, you dag on there 80, bro.
yeah,
You can't
yeah,
run with this. It's that you can't use that same tactic. Go ahead. It's a disconnect between. Like I said, I don't know if it's between him and with Spalastra. It's go. I don't know if it's a disconnect between him and Spalastra, or if it's him and Rob, or if it's them two. If it's a 2-on-1 situation.
yeah,
Either way, it's conduct detrimental to everybody involved, to the team, to the player, to the organization. Because one, if you got all of this disconnect going on, who gonna want to come and play and deal with all of that? Ain't nobody gonna want to play
right,
against you and deal with all that.
right.
And if you got all this going on, you ain't nobody gonna want you to come to their team and have and deal with all of that. If you can, I'm not about to sit here and fight with a grown adult who I'm paying to do X, Y, and Z. And then as a grown adult, I'm not about to come somewhere where you're not going to sit there and listen and at least respect my opinion and respect me in a sense where I'm not a child. I'm grown. You know what I'm saying? And for me, I'm a grown man. You ain't gonna talk to me stupidly. You ain't gonna play with my money stupidly.
Yeah,
And it ain't about I don't and like I said, I don't think it's about the money. I don't think it's money. I think at this point it's self-preservation, self-respect, and what you gonna do when you can't do nothing else, you gonna lash out, and sometimes the way you lash out ain't exactly the ain't you throw a tantrum before you think straight. And right now he throwing a tantrum, and that tantrum, like you said, is throwing headline after headline after headline. That's not good for nobody, investors, stocks, well, because now you messing with house, now you messing with as they say, you messing with the church's money. So now you
yeah.
messing with money.
And this another thing too. Look, and this is think about the other people that are watching this. Think about Tyler Hero. Think about Bam Adebayo. Like, not saying
Mhm.
that they're the same type of guys, but think about it. They're just watching, like, to see how Rouse is going to react to this.
Hmm.
Because the
It's
longer
like
this go,
the little
I'm telling
siblings
you, the
watching the
long,
big sibling.
the longer this go on, you know what I mean. That's why you want to. This is why you might want to nip it in the butt. You know what I
Hey,
mean?
do it
Because
now.
this is
Do it
what this
now.
is what this is when my mom hit me with one of those. Like, when I thought I was grown and I thought I had it all figured out, she always told me, and I told you this before on the show, Pete. If you make your bed hard, you got to lie in it, son.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So listen,
So I
yeah,
mean,
they watching. So now look, the middle child watching, the youngest is watching. So what you gonna do, mom and dad? You know what I mean? And ultimately, you gotta
Hard head make a soft behind, as my daddy used to say.
that too,
My mama
that
always told
too,
me, don't
that
write a
too as
check.
well.
Don't
Yeah,
write a check. Your
yeah,
butt can't cash. And at this
that too.
point, Riles is writing a check. His butt can't cash because the longer you keep him there, the longer the discord or disconnect. And after a while, if you only got one, like you said, it's gonna be a domino effect because everybody's gonna be like, okay, well then I can do this, and then I can do
Yeah,
this, and then I can,
yeah.
and then that's how you lose a locker room. That's how you lose faith. That's how you get voted out. It went okay. I'm sorry, my rant's over.
Nah, you good. Hey, that was a great question, T. I appreciate you bringing that up. That was a real good one right there. That got juicy. We
It
we
really
got all the meat off the bone right there.
for real, nothing left. I got one more for y'all before we get out of here tonight, man.
What's up?
Tyreek Hill.
Oh, good job.
Ooh.
Oh, it's a lot of things going on in Miami, ain't it?
I'm starting to think Miami is the problem. So maybe they've been on South Beach a little too much or something. Man. You know, they've been bar
That's
hopping or something too much. 'Cause they get
oh,
first his house burned down. Then he got arrested. Then you got all these things going. Now you want to leave Miami, bro? What you are you okay? Do you want to leave Miami because you want to leave Miami and you don't like what's going on down there, or do you want to leave Miami because you got some legal things going on in the background you don't want nobody to know about? So you trying to skedaddle before stuff get to popping. I mean, that's just
hmm. Things that make you go,
I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
yeah. Um, I want to say first of all, I guess I'll jump at the first bite, I guess. Well, let's rewind the tape a little bit. Years ago, Tyreek was over there in Kansas City. Things were great. You were playing with a generational talent such as Pat Mahomes. You
Right?
had a bona fide, could be number one or number two guy, Kelsey. And things were great. Y'all were winning. Y'all won a championship. And then you got a little bit too big for your britches. Rather than just staying, sitting tight, and possibly taking a little discount, hometown discount at that time because you were staying in Kansas City, you said, no, I want the bag. So you went and chased the bag. You ultimately, it brought you back home where you originally from. You went to Miami. They made you the highest paid receiver at the time. 4 years, 120 M's. You happy. Then you got on the record saying, well, Tua throws a better ball than Pat Mahomes, which I don't care what you smoking over there, Rick James.
That
Tua
ain't
and,
no.
Tua and Pat Mahomes shouldn't even be in the same conversation. I don't mean no harm. I mean this all respectfully.
They shouldn't
So
even be in the
now,
same book.
yes. So now you down there with Tua, you down there with the tuna fish, and now, and look, and this was the other part that people don't know. They extended his contract. You signed the extension.
You did that.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
you signed the
You see,
extension.
and you see, he walked back his comments, right? Thomas, it was all in frustration, so he walked back his comments.
Yeah. Oh, but then you get on and see this the part about him walking back the comments. It's a little bit too late now. It's kind of like
Hello.
you in court, right? And you know what? The defendant, the plaintiff, or the defendant, whatever side you is on that, and the lawyer says something, and the jury hear it, and then they wait and say, "I object." Oh, it's already out there. The jury heard it.
Yep.
Yeah,
Can't
yeah,
scratch,
yeah.
that from the record.
The judge might say disregard that, but guess what? In the jury's mind, it's already there. Go ahead. Y'all go ahead. Y'all go ahead. Let me hear what y'all got to say about that little, you know what I mean? Yeah.
We was just
You won out, huh?
we was just a few minutes ago talking about a topic, and we was talking about somebody that was like in the same type joint, but that Tyreek is crazy. I just had to interlude and segue. T, the floor is yours.
The Tyreek Hill's
I see what you want to say. Look, hey, sure. Hey, see, that's the mama in T. Hey, T was about to say something. She had to think before she said it. That's it. Hey, I felt you on that. I felt you on that, T. But go ahead, let her cook.
he was right. That's the mom in me. I'll get right. Tyreek, that child that make you look at him and go, you understand why animals eat their young,
Yes.
because you are being you being a diva, and you ain't playing without diva play. Because
Mm.
I'm sorry, your production this year wasn't half of what it has been in the past.
Ooh, ooh. Talk to him, T.
So let's get that straight. Your production wasn't what it was in the past. So and yes, you got that money. You got the and you want to talk about Tua. Oh, Tua can't keep off the ground because y'all offensive line can't keep him protected.
Mm.
So forget about you being able to receive and catch the ball. You got an offensive line that can't keep your quarterback from concussions. So let's start with that part. And then you want to sit here and allude to opening the door to leaving Miami. Forget the fact that people who really watch, okay, they look at that. And like I said, my question when I first said something, so why you want to leave Miami? You want to leave Miami because y'all don't got the pieces? You want to leave Miami because you don't got caught up in some other outside shenanigans? Why you trying to you fought to go home. You fought to go home to get you made sure you got out of Kansas City. You got to where you wanted to be. Now all of a sudden you want to roll out. And then you want to go, oh no, I was just talking in frustration. In a drunk heart speaks sober tongues.
Mm.
So what they say, when you drunk, you speak a lot of times the truth come out because you ain't got your filter broke. Like I said, my shirt say my nice button is out of order. Your filter broke. So, but now you want to sit here and walk back. He got other issues going on, and he trying to blanket it with, oh, we just need some dogs. We just need some dogs. My man who coaching down there ain't a bad coach because he came out of 49ers. Like, that ain't a bad coach.
Yeah.
That's not a bad culture down there in Miami. They got a decent culture. You got your defense believes in itself. Your offense leaves a little bit to be desired, but he's doing the best with it. A couple of pieces, and more so on the the offensive lineman side, and I think you'd be okay. But as far as Tyreek goes, like I said, that's that child that make you just want to go, boy, if you don't sit your tail down somewhere, then
Mm-hmm.
shut up. Just go sit in the corner, be quiet, and look pretty because I don't want you. Don't look at nothing. Don't say nothing. Don't touch nothing. We're going to go in here. We're going to be nice to these people, and we're going to get up out of here. Don't you open that mouth. And what did he do? Open his mouth. So now you got to sit there and go, yeah, side eye and just keep on walking because if you don't, you might smack him in public, and then you got a CPS case. But that's how. Yeah, that's my take on him.
Was the case that they gave me. Yo,
Look,
I would
and I
say it
would
like
say,
this.
yeah,
I would say it like this, man. Miami. All right. My take. I'm from Connecticut. In case anybody didn't know.
oh, it's cold.
Initials CT. I'm going to use those initials for something else today.
Mm.
Conspiracy theory.
Okay.
Because the last two topics that we just talked about was in Miami, and it's basketball and football, and it's the same damn thing. I ain't saying nothing else. Think about it.
Mm.
Jimmy Butler,
Something going on
Tyreek
in
Hill.
Miami.
What's
Mhm.
going on?
The city done mess up. They done watch a little bit too much First 48. That's all I can tell you. Look, they've been in Overtown too much. Down on the daggone strip. Whatnot. I don't care what South Beach something playing in them strip clubs. Whatever it is they playing, they need to get going.
Y'all
At
saw
this point, Buffalo need to go.
Look, y'all saw how I took my act and I put my act together. I got my act together on that question.
You
You
got
saw
your
that,
act
right?
together on that
I
one.
like that.
I give you you got your act
I
together
put
on
my
that
act
one.
together.
I
You got
like
it
that.
together.
And how did that happen, y'all? But look, think about it. These the same type players. Great
It is.
ball, got the bread, went to Miami.
It is.
Now you doing anything to get out. What did you see that we don't know? Conspiracy theory, hate or debate. Nah, we're gonna say that for another time. That was crazy though. I'm gonna let you go ahead and speak on that a little bit, Boog, man, before we get on out of here, man.
Nah, listen.
On that joint.
Look. In my thoughts, yo, like Tyreek is a special talent. The biggest issue that they have in Miami is exactly what T said, and it's the offensive line. Like Tua Tua, he is decent when Tua is on the field. Like Tua can ball. Tua can ball. You know what I'm saying? That is not a lie. He's a baller. But you can't keep him on the field because he keeps taking hits. And the major part that really messed it up for them is how they handled Tua's concussion the first time.
Yeah, that was
When
Exactly.
Tua,
That was
when
so
Tua
messed up.
got dropped on his dome the first time, bro, and he came up and he was throwing gang signs, and y'all put it in the report that it was a back injury, and y'all let the man play the next game, and he got dropped on his dome again.
I'm a piggyback off you real quick because I'm a medic. I'm a medic. I've been in the healthcare field. Tag on there 20 years. I worked ER for 4 of those. Anytime you got something like that, you need to that should stop all protocol because now you not only do you got a concussion, now you got to see and check his everything else because you got possible nerve damage somewhere. You can't tell me he ain't got no nerve damage somewhere and
Exactly.
whatnot. You can't tell me there's not no nerve damage. Y'all protocol should have been off the field, straight to the hospital
Immediately.
for an MRI.
Immediately.
MRI. So that whole medical staff, and I'm gonna put you like this, and you learn what a medical staff was supposed to be and what a medical staff was supposed to do with the DeMar Hamlin situation. Because when I tell you, that is the reason why that boy said it, because they jumped on it and did what they needed to do in CPR. Well, hold on. What should have happened with that is the minute he came up like that off the field, straight into the MRI. Because
hell yeah.
you can't tell me there's not a disconnect in some of his nerves because he is not throwing the same.
Hell
Look at
yeah,
how he
no
was when he
excuse.
in Alabama. Look at how he was when he first came out. Look at what before that initial injury. Yes, he still got some accuracy and he can still throw. It's still ball, he can still move. But it's not with the same
Right, and then it's not like he got a
energy.
and it's not like he got a leg or an arm injury. That was just from
No.
those his like Boogie and y'all talking about. That's his mind, that's his nerves, that's everything.
Mhm.
And they didn't handle that right. That I agree with that fully. I agree with
And
that
when it
And
fully.
come
here
down
go,
to it, wait till the end, he gonna be the one of the ones that have that what's that CTE? Kid,
Yep.
yeah.
come on now.
Here go your conspiracy theory right here, Pete.
All
The
right.
little question mark. That's why they gave him that contract
Oh
because
yeah.
they wanted to make sure that when he's done playing football, that he's
He don't
not
talk.
able to come back and sue them.
Yeah.
How much you want to bet there's an NDA
He
written
has
regarding
a
this situation
lawsuit.
right now?
Yes, he
There's an
has a
NDA
lawsuit.
somewhere around this situation right now.
I agree with all of
That's
that.
why when they push that 260 million to him, it's somewhere in that contract that says NDA. You cannot speak about that injury
Yep.
Mm-hmm. I
Nothing.
because he has a lawsuit.
like it's that whole organization. He can
Yeah.
own the freaking Dolphins.
You
Yep.
notice that they fired the doctor after that. After
He
he
need
caught
his
the
he need
second,
his
after
license
he caught the
revoked.
second concussion, they fired the doctor.
Yep.
He need to have his license removed. I'm sorry. Go to the med board because like who as not even a doctor, but as an athletic trainer, you are trained to see that. So you out there on the field more than the head athletic trainer should have said, okay, no, I'm sorry. Because as an athletic trainer, your job is to the player. Your job is
Yep.
to protect the player. As the head athletic trainer should have said, stop. It is not safe. We all about to go to jail.
Yeah,
Well,
That's just my take on it. I'm
I
sorry,
agree.
y'all. I tend
Nah,
to
nah,
rant.
no, T. Don't
hey,
apologize because, hey,
yeah,
T,
hell no.
you are over there cooking, girl. Like,
I didn't
yo,
cook.
you cooking like
I didn't
you
cook
cooking
now.
like it's
I
Thanksgiving
didn't
over
cook.
there. You
I
you cooking like it's Thanksgiving, and it's only January.
Yeah. Like my daddy and my daddy and them, my dad played college football. My cousin, you ever heard of Harold Jameson?
Yeah, I know the hell, Jameson.
Played for Clemson, played for Miami
Yeah,
in Memphis. That was my
yeah,
cousin. That's my cousin.
yeah, yeah. I know Harold.
We got to get him
Yeah,
on the
that's
show
dope.
one day, man.
That's dope.
So
Heck yeah, we gotta get Harold on the show,
so
man.
when I tell you I
Pick his
grew up
mind.
around nothing but sports and that was how I bonded with my dad because he was in the military. So We bonded. My dad a New York fan, Giants, Knicks, Yankees, you name it. That's him.
Yeah, that's
Team
me.
only, only team
Shout
we
out to
agree
your
on is
pop.
the only team we agree on is the Yankees. So that's
Yeah,
where my love for sports came from, and it's just been like that as long as I can remember. And it's something that allows me to disconnect and kind of enjoy like and just kind of just disconnect and do something different, especially when I can get in a room full of guys and I sit there and listen. And when I say something and they look, and then I say something again, they're like, oh, "Wait a minute, huh?" My dad enjoys it. He likes throwing me in the fire.
Yeah,
yeah,
because a lot of those other guys only know a team or know a couple plays. They don't know the whole game. And when you be putting it on them like that, they be like, wait a minute. Whoa, wait a minute. I'm going to just be
Yeah,
quiet.
yeah. My
yeah.
dad likes throwing me in the fire. His friends like that. They be looking at him like, "You did that on purpose." Yeah,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
but it's fun.
Set them boys up. He set them boys up.
Cook
Fact.
them.
Yeah.
All right, well, T, since we're going to do the ladies first, go ahead and run down your shout-outs. Any shout-outs that you
Hold
got
on,
going
hold on,
on?
hold on, hold on, hold on.
Oh,
Before we
I'm
do that,
sorry.
hold on. I don't mean to stop y'all. Before we do that, can we touch one more thing?
Yeah.
Let's just put a little light on the Lady Gamecocks in LSU.
Yeah.
'Cause that was a big game on Friday. I was in the building. I was in the building.
They just beat Tennessee. They just beat Tennessee.
I seen
That's what I
that
was
too,
doing,
T.
baby. I was
Yeah,
close to the point. That's what I was doing.
yeah. I
Let
did
me
see.
tell you, I
Talk
was
to me.
watching that game.
Okay.
I've been a Don Staley fan since Don Staley was at UVA. Okay,
Yes.
that's how hard I rock
Me
with
too.
number 5 from the Charlotte Sting. Okay,
Yes.
that's how hard I rock with her. I was watching that game and I was like, you could hear on the TV how loud that arena was. So if you could hear that in the TV, I can imagine the decibel level that was inside that arena. And for them to have such an off night shooting and to still win by 10, that's on that 11 blocks, 13 steals. You had blocks from you had a block party, Fagan blocking. You had Tessa blocking and falling out the daggone, falling into the thing and then coming back for easy two. You had Raven throwing up block shots. Bree had a block. It should have been 12 blocks because Bree had a block that they didn't even see or they didn't
Yeah,
even count. So,
yeah,
and the thing about Dawn, and what was funny is Moki's comment, and someone goes, "Oh, it was a nice comment." No, that was shady. That was
yeah,
shady. And she's talking
yeah,
something. I don't know how you. She's like, we played against a team with 10 All Americans. Huh? How do you keep all them happy? Because Dawn plays. They know when they come to USC, you can be a starter anywhere else. I'm gonna teach you how to be a player. I'm gonna teach you how to be a pro. I'm gonna teach you work ethic because you may not go to the W, but you're gonna be something and you're gonna do
yeah,
something. You're gonna be a productive citizen. I'm gonna teach you how to be what you need to be. Because like Sanaya Rivers, if Sanaya would have, Sanaya is a great player, but if she would have stayed at USC, I think she'd be a lot better than she is now. Because she has to carry NC State. Her and Za and there's one more. They carry an NC State. They don't necessarily have a bench. What SC did to, and same with LSU. LSU ain't got a bench. You have last year Poe came in, airballed a shot. Girl, you ain't see the girl the rest of the game.
yeah,
Gilbert. Gilbert scored what, 2 points? Gilbert ain't do. She wasn't. You had the big three: Morrow, Flage, and Michaela Williams. The
yes,
only person
yes,
who held down they job was Morrow. Because Flage
yes,
had them in the first half, and then after a sudden she got frustrated. Why? Because she was tired. If anybody should have been tired, Cox, and they played like it because you want this your fourth ranked team, and you at LSU, and it's always something when they play LSU. I, this is my passion, basketball passion. It's
yes,
always
yes,
something
yes.
when they play LSU, but it's like you got a whole. That's how LSU and that's how Carolina knock everybody down. They come in waves. Nobody has a deeper bench. When your leading scorers come off the bench, your leading scorers come off the bench.
Yeah,
Your bench score outscores your starters. When you have a freshman post player who is playing like a veteran, like basketball IQ is amazing. The fact that she can post up and she is not scared to post up on the bigs, drive into the lane, get on the floor. And now that Dawn's let them loose a little bit, and you got perimeter shooters like what Fagan hit that three a couple of weeks ago from the top of
yeah,
the key. You like okay, so now now you got a problem because you got the bigs that can shoot. You
Yeah.
got the bigs that can shoot. LSU they don't have a bench. They don't have you got them big three. Of course they're gonna score 20 some odd points a game. They playing daggone near 40 minutes.
Yeah.
Nobody on that team on the Gamecocks plays more than average 20 something. Sanaya played 36 only because somebody had to go up against Morrow because Morrow was going to get her double double, but somebody had to hold them at some point. Because the defense is what won that game for Carolina because the offense was we couldn't catch a bucket to say defense. Them girls was on point, and it was the same thing with early. Like I was one the first quarter. Tennessee came out running. In the first quarter, it was a 1 point game in the first quarter. And I think
Yeah.
in the halftime, it was like maybe 6 point game.
Yeah.
So they finally came around. It's another dude on here named Robbie Roberts. He does the replay. So when he reposts it, I'm gonna watch the game so I can see what the rest of how the rest of the game went. But shout out to Kim Caldwell for Tennessee's coach. You don't never underestimate the power of woman. That woman gave birth 6 days ago and she was on the court coaching today. So,
Facts. Facts.
shout out.
So
But
how many shots? Because I heard the long soliloquies of both of you guys
sorry.
on this USC game. It was a great game.
It
Yeah.
was.
I ain't
So
even
how
get
many?
in there yet.
Yeah,
I ain't
yeah.
get in there yet.
Can't get
Okay.
it yet. My bad. I'm sorry.
Okay. Go ahead.
Yeah, and I no, yo, T. First of all, she wrapped that up in a bow, nice and politely. First of all, shout out to Columbia, man, because we showed up and showed out that Friday. I'm talking about there was not a seat in the house that was empty, bro. Like, and as she said, the decimal level was definitely up. Yo, shout out to Morrow, man. She had 15 points, 16 rebounds. Flage, she had 13 and 4 rebounds. And Miller, she had 12 points. So they definitely did their 1-2s. And it was we definitely had a well-balanced attack, man. Everybody went in, man. Sanaya had 12, 7, 4 assists. She had some big blocks on the end because LSU definitely out-rebounded us too. They had 51 rebounds. We had like 38. But it all came down to the defensive side of the ball. The Breeze, the Ravens. Shout out to them. The seatbelt game. That's what they like to call themselves. The
Yeah,
seatbelt
and
game.
fatigue.
Yeah,
Like that play
yeah,
between Sanaya and Raven when Sanaya took the ball down court, and Raven got that layup, and Raven's
yeah.
IQ defense to turn around and
And,
get
and,
that
and caught the
and get that
steal.
layup. And I
Yeah,
say that right there, that's when LSU confidence broke. Because it's like,
yeah,
what the freak now? Like my
yeah,
favorite was when Papa threw the ball back to Tessa, and
yeah.
Gilbert still looking for the ball.
Yeah, and Tessa, that was a big three. That was a big three
Yeah.
right there. That was a big three because that really, honestly, that three that Tessa hit, that changed the momentum of the game. From that point, we put the pedal to the metal. But yeah, man, just shout out to the Lady Gamecocks, man, because listen, we early in the year we caught that L from UCLA. Shout out to UCLA too, because that girl over there, Big
I need her to
Lauren.
go pro. I need her to
Yeah,
go pro. Go pro.
yeah,
Go pro.
but Big Lauren, she definitely stepped her game up because last year she was kind of soft to be as big as she was, but this
Yeah.
year you can tell she worked on her game in the off season, man. So shout out to her. But now, yeah, man, with our bench, we have some stars, bro, that just come. Shout out to Camden's own Joyce. Joyce,
Mm-hmm.
Joyce, Joyce, as put it in the words of Don Stelly, Joyce will be the best player in college basketball one day.
Oh, she a mini Asia.
One day. And I believe it'll be next year. Next year,
Probably.
hands down, Joyce Edwards will be the number 1 college player in the league next year.
Yep.
So I just wanted to make sure that we kind of shine some light on the girls, man, because I've been getting some flack from A Dot. A Dot said y'all need to be talking about the girls on there, and I said we definitely got to put them on. And
We
I'm
look
glad
good.
T
I'm gonna
was
reach out too. Look, I'm gonna reach out too because we ain't wrapping it up like that.
okay. Go
Like
ahead,
I
no,
said
go ahead.
before, how many
No.
shots y'all putting up on the UConn versus South Carolina game? I'm going with my
Ooh.
game. You know I'm going with my UConn Huskies.
Before we
I
get into
don't
that,
care.
shout out to Chloe.
Look, I don't
Before we get into
care.
that,
I'm
before we
not
get into
from
that,
here. I
before we
met
get into
y'all
that,
here. I'm not from here.
before we
I'm
get into that, I need to
from
say shout out to Chloe
Connecticut.
Kiss because Chloe got in the gym and she ain't flopping like she used to. Chloe holding her own. So shout out
Facts,
to Chloe
facts,
Kiss. She ain't
facts,
flopping like
facts,
now the
facts.
UConn South Carolina game. It's gonna come down. It's gonna come down to I got USC. Like I said, I'm a Don Steady fan. You ain't. I'm just that's how I'm gonna rock. I
I
got
don't want
you.
to break down. I don't want to break down. I just
You
want the
got
shots
USC.
on it. I
It's
just
gonna
want the
It's
shots.
gonna
How
be
many
USC.
shots?
And it's
How many shots we putting up on it? You want to take
ah.
2 shots? You want to take 2 shots when y'all lose, or you want to take 1 shot when y'all lose?
Oh, I'm an Army brat and a Marine white baby. If you want to take 2, let's go. I can drink with it. I'm a country girl.
I'm not
I can drink
taking
with both
shots.
of them.
I'm UConn. I'm not looking at
You
it as
You're
losing.
not taking shots.
You losing.
You gonna be the
You
loser.
losing.
we
You
winning.
losing.
We
You
winning.
losing. You losing. I'm gonna tell you why.
And Boogie, look,
You
and
losing. I'm
Boogie,
gonna tell you
and
why
Boogie,
you
No,
losing.
and look, Boogie.
bro.
You should be ashamed of yourself being so close to home and taking another out here.
Yeah,
You
listen.
are losing. And let
And
me tell you
whatever,
why.
Yeah.
and
Y'all
Hey,
losing
don't get.
because y'all losing.
however many
First place.
shots y'all want to take,
Listen.
I'm putting them
Don't
on.
get it twisted.
I
I asked y'all the shots, not all of the junk
We
talk.
go too.
I asked
We
y'all the shots.
go
Oh,
too.
okay.
I
Two.
asked y'all the
Two it
shots.
is.
You said we was
Two.
losing. You
I
said we
asked you
was
the
One.
shots.
losing.
Matter of fact,
You
make
said
I
we
it
just
was
three.
losing.
Make it three.
I got
You gotta look.
all
Hey,
I
P.
did was ask
Hey,
y'all
P.
the shots. That's all
I'm
I
gonna
did
do
was
it.
ask
I'm
y'all the
gonna do
shots.
it like yo, like when my girls be hitting them threes. I'm gonna do it just like this for you when you taking your shots. 1, 2,
shoot.
3. Yeah,
Three.
yeah, yeah. You want to take
Yes.
3? Yeah,
I'm
3,
You
gonna
losing.
I'm
3,
gonna be taking
Y'all
3,
losing.
celebratory. But the
3.
Y'all
difference
losing.
is I'm gonna be taking celebratory shots.
Man, listen.
Yes.
Look,
No.
look. Raven gonna put them straps on Paige. Raven gonna
Yes.
put them straps on Paige.
And
What do you think the
Sarah
rest
may
of
be
those girls
big.
gonna be doing?
No, Sarah may
What do
be
you think the
big.
rest of the team is gonna be doing?
Sarah may be
What
big.
do y'all
Sarah may
think
be
the rest
big.
of the team is gonna be
If you
doing? Do
let
y'all
me
see
talk,
how work out?
if you let me talk, I'm gonna tell you.
Yeah,
I'm
tell
gonna
him, T. Tell him.
You can't tell. Look, you can't tell, but you
tell
can't double team. It was a question in between. I answered him. You can go ahead and do it. I'm not
let you.
down for it, but I
I'm gonna
had to
tell you
answer
why.
him before you went and did it.
I know, but I'm gonna tell you why y'all gonna lose. I'm gonna tell you why you gonna lose.
But
Tell him.
I didn't even ask that.
You did.
Tell him, T. Tell him anyway.
I never asked that.
What was the
Tell
question?
him
I
anyway.
put up shots because
Okay,
that was too
3
much.
shots.
And wait, no, the reason that I said that it's 11. We on this 2 hours right now.
Oh,
It's
dang.
10:26. I'm going
Oh,
to
okay.
bed. Yeah, I got
Okay,
to
well,
wake
fine.
up. I
I
got
do
to
too. 'Cause
wake up.
I got out of work.
That's why the
No,
only thing
we
I
gonna
asked y'all was
it's
how
three.
many
It's 3
shots
shots. 3
that
shots.
y'all wanted to put
We
on
gonna
it.
pick this up next, and we gonna pick this up in next go round. We gonna talk about. We need to start off with USC Gamecocks real
Yeah,
quick.
yeah,
Atlanta
yeah.
Gamecocks, because we need to talk about this 5 ranked team home stretch that they just won and they beat
Well,
Tennessee.
we
We need to
first
talk about that.
if we're gonna talk about a team, we got to talk first about how Hater Debate was created. It was created
Okay,
from a
then.
guy. It was created from a guy that was born in New Haven, Connecticut, and
Okay.
they as women hold the most women's championships ever. And if you
I
look
will
at
give Gino. I will give Gino
wait a
his
minute,
credit.
wait a minute, because I was quiet a long time. If you combine the women's and men's championships the same year together, ain't no other college done that.
True.
Now you guys can
Facts,
go ahead and get y'all
facts,
rebuttal. Now y'all can
facts.
get y'all, even if you look at the longest winning streak, y'all can get y'all rebuttal now.
You still
Because
have Gino. Granted,
y'all only chasing greatness.
I give you that because they're the only team that's got 4 back-to-back championships. They're the only team that's gone back-to-back undefeated seasons. They're they produce some great talent. One of the founders of
Men
the
and women's
WNBA
champion the same year.
and whatnot. Danny and when men and women champions.
You can't
Danny
say and
Hurley over
whatnot with
there.
that. You can't
Danny
say and
Hurley over
whatnot
there.
with that.
He's doing great things with them boys over there. UConn. So I will give UConn University the Huskies. I will give them their flowers and their just due because they are a powerhouse on
Agreed.
both the men and women's side of the game. They are a powerhouse. I will give them that. The
But guess
UConn
what,
Tennessee
Peace?
matchups from back in the day with Gino and Pat were some of the most legendary uh, matchups and whatnot. Lobo, Tamika Catching, Shamika Holdsclaw, all of
Yeah.
them, and Maya Moore, all of them. So Diana Taurasi, Sue. I will,
Candace
yeah,
Parkers and yeah,
Candace
oh
Parker.
yeah. Yeah.
I will give you. You got it. You got it. So I will give y'all Connecticut
Guess what? Pete,
these flowers.
Pete, we coming. We
I
coming.
you're right, but the only thing
We
that I don't
coming.
look, you're right, but the only thing I don't like is the I'll give yous and the shit is like we're in the past.
No, no,
Y'all better wake
it's
up.
not. In the,
Y'all better
it's
wake up,
not.
man.
Y'all got. I will give like Sarah
Look,
Stern was one. That was a
look,
big. That
look,
was a
look.
big recruit.
I'm gonna
But
give
who's
y'all a
gonna who,
I'm gonna
who's
give
gonna
I'm gonna
take
give
over when
y'all
Paige leaves?
I'm gonna give y'all a
Mm.
fair chance. I'm gonna give y'all a fair chance. And once we're done with this, you never know who is coming to UConn. All you
That's
know is
true.
the whole squad is gonna be elite. When we do have this debate on or conversation about USC and UConn, Mom Dude's gonna be in here right with us because it's gonna be girl, boy, and we're gonna have us a good little talk about this right here, man.
I'm waiting for it.
I'm excited. But like I said, we'll do that before the game. But like I said, because what are we settled on 2 shots on this?
3.
3.
3 shots?
Yes, sir.
Mhm.
All right, so that's if y'all lose, y'all. Well, that's if I lose, y'all want 3 shots from me. If y'all
Mhm.
lose, I want 4 shots from y'all. I'll put up 4. But y'all only wanted
You ain't
3.
saying nothing. You
Okay.
ain't saying nothing. We ain't scared.
Okay.
We
You
ain't
don't
scared.
gotta be scared. Hey, you don't gotta be scared. You know me. You know
I
what
told
we
these
come for.
mother, I ain't never
I ain't never
scared.
scared.
I ain't never scared.
What?
I ain't never scared.
I'm look.
You've been there right
I can
with
do
me.
that. I can
One
do
by
that. I can
one.
do that.
Take that to
I got a song.
Adam.
I got a song. You can look it up right now, man, on all your streaming platforms, man. I call it One by One, we knocks them out. 2 by 2, we knocks them out. 3 by 3, we calls them out. 4 by 4, yeah, they all be out. That's right, man. It's fun. It's all a whole lot of
I
fun.
will take my 4 shots and call it a day.
No
If
problem.
I have to, if I
No
have to, I will
problem.
gladly
Y'all
take my
are
4
y'all
shots.
are talking ifs. I'm talking fifths.
Look, the look,
Ain't that
sir.
just it,
Like that.
Boogie? Ain't that just it?
Yeah.
We go. As they say, we shall see. Okay,
We
Word
shall.
up, man.
we
We
shall
Y'all,
shall.
see. We
yo, I
shall
love
see.
y'all, man. We had a great show tonight, man. I really do love y'all, man. And I will definitely.
Thank you for inviting me and this is y'all don't know how much fun this is to me, so I'm enjoying this. Oh, shout out to I want to shout out to my husband because when I tell you that's a supportive joker right there, that's a supportive joker with all my stuff. So that's Willie's Mobile Detailing, bro. Shout out to him for checking in and being that
Damn
supportive
right.
stuff. I
Shout
appreciate
out to
that.
you, bro.
But
Shout out to you.
Shout out
thank
to
y'all.
you, Will. Appreciate you, bro.
I appreciate y'all just bringing me in and just letting me, into this fold. I'm looking forward to so much more. This is I'm loving it.
Like
Yeah.
I told you, the fans requested you, and from when we first talked about the show, how long we talked outside of it and on our team, hey, I got nothing against it. I'm all for it. Boogie,
And
run
shout out
them
to
down.
Breezy too, because
Yeah, you already
yeah,
know. That's who hooked it up, man. Shout out to Breezy, Breezy
that's
Wonder
that's that that's
official.
that's my ears. I'm his eyes, he my ears. We
Damn
back
right.
Yeah.
we back to back.
And look, that's our production company, man. Me and Breezy together as eyes and ears, man. That's us, man.
So
Yeah.
Boogie,
yeah.
go ahead, run them down, man.
Hey man, shout out to the whole Hater Debate Squad, man. Shout out to our sister over here, Miss T. Yo, shout out to her husband Willie, man. You know what I'm saying, the detail guy. Hey, shout out to Young Black, man. You know, you seen him in here briefly. He was out, you know what I mean? Shout out to the narrator, man, the orchestrator, my man MVP, man. Hey, shout out to all other subscribers out there, man. We cannot make this happen without you. Make sure that y'all hit us on like us on all social media platforms. We on the Snapchats, we on the Instagrams, YouTube, Facebooks. Man, just make sure y'all keep tapping in. Make sure y'all hit us down in that comment section right there, and we'll make sure that we get right back to you, man. And I just say hard out to all of y'all because we are not able to do it without you.
Hell yeah, man. And me for my rundowns, man. Shout out to all of y'all fans. Just like Boogie said, I got to ride off of him. That's for all y'all. That's for all of y'all out there, man. That's for all of y'all, man. Time is up right now, so I'm finna run it real quick, man. Hey, we thought Black was in here, but
we have been hoodwinked, bamboozled, led astray, run amok, and flat out deceived.
y'all have a good night, man.
Here to bring you the facts, data, and statistics up close and personal. Letting you decide if it truly is hate or debate.
Pulls off three-pointer.